Monopoly, a board game that was first introduced in 1933, has become one of the most popular games globally, selling more than 275 million copies and having over 1,100 versions. Many Monopoly game variants have been created over the years, featuring unique rules, themes, and gameplay to provide a fresh and exciting experience for players. Here is the Board Game Museum's top 10 Monopoly game variants. Number 10. Monopoly, the Target Edition. Monopoly Target is a unique variant of the game that deviates significantly from the original. In this version, players take on the role of a target shopper and aim to accumulate the highest amount of savings. Throughout the game, players purchase items and utilize target circle tokens to increase their savings. The red card has the ability to double the savings earned. The player with the most savings tokens at the end of the game emerges as the winner. The gameplay of this game is quite unique compared to the traditional Monopoly game. It could almost pass as its own standalone game. The shopping concept is well implemented. Number 9. Monopoly Stock Exchange. In Monopoly Stock Exchange, players invest in companies instead of properties, buying shares to earn profits based on stock prices. The electronic banking unit tracks stock prices, player shares, and more. Rather than one person owning a property, players can purchase shares of the same company. One person can become a president if they own a majority of the shares. Dividends of the stocks will be paid when players pass go. Presidents can purchase offices and head offices if they are president of all the companies in a color group. The winner is the last player standing after bankrupting all others. Monopoly gets a fresh twist on this unique version. The compact device is pretty cool, providing real updates on shares and keeping tabs on everything. However, it may slow down the game unless one player knows how to operate it. Overall, it's a nice variation that transforms Monopoly into a stock market experience. Number 8. Monopoly, the Fortnite Collector's Edition. Monopoly Fortnite, the Collector's Edition is an exciting adaptation of the popular video game where players engage in battles against each other. Instead of money, players receive health points, and the action die allows them to shoot, activate boogie bombs, collect health, and build walls. Storm cards add an additional twist, affecting areas that now cost players health points. The objective is to be the last player standing. This game features high-quality metal and HP tokens, as well as a standout bigger board. It offers a unique experience focused on battling rather than accumulating wealth or going bankrupt. It's a fun and fast-paced version that will appeal to Fortnite players and those seeking a different kind of Monopoly game. Number 7. Monopoly, the Lord of the Rings Edition. This adaptation of the game, inspired by the popular book and movie series, introduces a new element by incorporating the ring. The player who holds a ring gains advantages like exemption from paying rent and potential rewards, but risks facing severe consequences if the Eye of Sauron is rolled. A tracker at the center of the board advances each time a player possesses a ring without rolling the Eye of Sauron, leading to a penalty payment upon rolling it and a reset to the beginning of the tracker. Once the marker reaches Mount Doom, the game concludes and the player with the highest amount of money emerges as the victor. The quality of the pewter tokens and the ring is really nice. There is a risk and reward factor added to this game because of the ring, which adds to the quality of the gameplay. Number 6. Monopoly, the Mandalorian Edition. The Mandalorian version of this game, inspired by the popular TV series, introduces a new element, protecting Grogu. Each character possesses unique abilities, and instead of money, Imperial credits are used. When you have Grogu, your character's abilities are boosted, as well as the use of Grogu's abilities. 3 Imperial characters, the Stormtrooper, Dark Trooper, and Moff Gideon, are part of the game and will move around. Landing on an enemy space triggers a battle, with victory resulting in a reward and defeat in a penalty. If Grogu is captured, the game ends with no winners. Otherwise, it concludes after Moff Gideon is defeated and the player with the most Imperial credits emerges victorious. The token pieces are visually appealing, and the inclusion of battle cards adds an exciting element to this edition. Collaborating to safeguard the child while competing to emerge victorious offers a fresh and engaging gameplay experience. The game plays swiftly, and Star Wars enthusiasts should definitely check out this one. Number 5. Monopoly City. Monopoly City is a variation of the board game Monopoly build. Unlike the original game, players can construct up to 8 residential or industrial buildings without needing a monopoly. An electronic unit will inform you of the number of structures you are able to construct. This game also introduces hazards and bonus buildings. If a hazard is placed on a property, all residential buildings become ineffective and the rent decreases. On the other hand, industrial buildings, although pricier, shield players from penalties. Additionally, players have the option to construct bonus buildings that provide protection against hazards. Stadiums can boost players' salaries. The skyscraper can be built if a monopoly is owned to increase the rent, while the monopoly tower doubles the rent on all properties if 2 monopolies are owned. Monopoly City offers a refreshing twist on the classic Monopoly game. Unlike traditional Monopoly, it allows players to construct buildings freely, adds the Monopoly Tower, introduces hazards to sabotage opponents, and includes a whopping 80 buildings. Number 4. Monopoly Mario Kart. In Monopoly Mario Kart, the currency used is coins instead of bills, and players can either drop or collect coins as they move throughout the game. The object of the game is to collect the most amount of points, which can be obtained by buying properties and winning races. Each character has 2 abilities, a power-up and a superstar ability, which are determined by an action die. Bananas can stop players in their tracks, and landing on or passing go activates a race that players can pay to enter. By drawing a card, players will know what they need to roll to win, and those who place in the race receive a bonus. This version of the game is fast and fun, with elements from Mario Kart like throwing turtle shells, collecting coins, and racing being included. This game does a great job with the theme. Number 3. Monopoly Tropical Tycoon. In this DVD version of the game, each player will have a unique job that comes with its own advantages. Apart from houses and hotels, the game introduces 4 new buildings, offering its own benefits. The gameplay is enhanced by news broadcasts on the DVD, which provides players with choices. Fortune tokens are collected throughout the game, and the winner is determined by having the most tokens or being the last player standing. This version immerses you in the story being told on the DVD. The additional buildings and roles of the players enhance the overall gaming experience. Although it's designed for 3 or more players, you can still play it with 2. Overall, fantastic addition to the Monopoly genre. Number 2. Monopoly, the OverWatch Collector's Edition. Monopoly has been reimagined to incorporate the popular video game OverWatch. In this version, players will form a team of 3 characters, with one serving as the group leader represented by the game token, and the others represented by cards. Each character possesses unique abilities allowing them to heal, protect, and inflict damage on an opponent, which are determined by an action die. Instead of using money, players will have health points as their currency. The properties have been transformed into objectives which hold point values. Additionally, players will receive loot boxes throughout the game, each collecting bonus points. It is also possible to swap out team members. The ultimate goal is to accumulate the most points by the end of the game after the last loot box has been obtained. Similar to Fortnite, this game emphasizes battling, but with the added twist of a 3-member team. There is a wide selection of team players to choose from, each with their own unique abilities, and players have the flexibility to switch them out as needed. The game tokens are beautifully designed, and the point system adds an exciting element to the gameplay. Number 1. Monopoly, the Mega Edition. Monopoly the Mega Edition is an enhanced version of the classic Monopoly game. It includes a larger game board and an additional property for each of the color groups. Players now have the option to purchase depots for the railroads, doubling the rent. The introduction of the speed die speeds up the gameplay by allowing players to purchase the next unowned property after resolving the action of the property they landed on. Bus tickets are also introduced, allowing players to move forward as many spaces as they want on their side of the board. The game also features the Monopoly Skyscraper, which can be obtained once a player has a complete Monopoly, increasing the rent even further. This version is perfect for Monopoly enthusiasts who want a faster-paced game. The game board has been enlarged and new buildings have been included, and it enhances the overall visual appeal of the game. Overall, this version is a fantastic choice for both Monopoly lovers and for those who prefer shorter game durations.